Hi everybody, this is Curtis Rogers, 2008 SCLA President, and I wanted to take a minute to give you an update on some things that are going on in SCLA that I think you all might be interested in. We had an executive board meeting on May 21st at the Richland County Public Library here in Columbia, and we covered an awful lot of things, and I wanted to be sure and get the word out. There are some upcoming workshops that are going to take place. One is going to be on June 12th. That's the College and University section will be hosting a workshop, and that's called Librarian-Faculty Collaboration, Practically or Barely Speaking, which is a catchy title. That is going to be held at the Richland County Public Library Auditorium here in Columbia, South Carolina, from 9:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the cost will be $30 for SCLA members and full-time students, and $35 for non-SCLA members. Also on July 18th, the Paraprofessional Roundtable and the Roundtable for African American Concerns will be hosting a workshop called Salary Negotiation, Getting What You're Worth, and that's going to be held at Midlands Tech from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Lunch is included, and lunch is included in the previous one I mentioned as well. And the fee for that is going to be $30 for SCLA members, $35 for non-SCLA members, and $40 at the door. The third workshop is going to be held on August 22nd, and that is going to be sponsored by the Roundtable for African American Concerns, with the co-sponsors being the Scholarship for Diversity and also the Paraprofessional Roundtable. It's going to be a 2-in-1 workshop. The first part is going to be called Doing It the Digital Way, and Dr. Ron Brown, who is on faculty at the USC School of Library and Information Science, will be talking about digitization. And the second part of the workshop is going to be titled Getting Your Point Across. That's going to be with Denise Tollin, and that's going to be about speaking and public speaking and motivational. The fees for that are the same as the previous. That's going to be $30 for SCLA members, $35 for non-SCLA members, and $40 at the door. Again, lunch is included, and that is also going to be at Midlands Tech. And I encourage you to check the website, scla.org, for all of the details and the registration information. And I also encourage you to join the SCLA listserv. That way you can be sure and get announcements when these things come out. Some of the other things that we talked about was the contract renewal for Jim Johnson, who is our legislative liaison. And we have decided on the revisions to that contract, and that has actually gone out to him today. So hopefully we will get that back soon, and that contract would take effect on July 1st. Also, I wanted to let you know that we, as an association, are a member of the Freedom to Read Foundation. And so this is something that is really good for us to be a member of as an association, and you can learn more about this at their website, which is www.ftrf.org. That's the Freedom to Read Foundation. I also wanted to let you know that the SCLA Executive Board has decided to sponsor a slot on the ALA Emerging Leaders Program, and this is something that's really wonderful. We have decided to participate at the $1,000 level as a sponsor, and what that will entail is and someone who is an emerging leader will, in South Carolina, will get to apply for that award, and the funds will go to attending the ALA Midwinter Meeting and the ALA Annual Meeting, and this is for 2009. So be sure and check the scla.org website for information about that, and you can also just Google ALA Emerging Leaders Program, and you can find the registration form there. So we're going to be encouraging a lot of SCLA emerging leaders to apply for that. I also wanted to point out the sponsorship opportunities for vendors. We do have a new sponsorship program that is for vendors, exhibitors, companies to sponsor SCLA at different levels, and we will soon be having a web page devoted to this. But there are 4 different levels, and there's the Palmetto Palm, that's at the $5,001 to $7,500 level, and it includes a lot of different things like an exhibit booth, lunch tickets at the annual conference, a lot of different things. and that's the highest level. And then we have the azalea level, that's $3,001 to $5,000. Then we have the magnolia level, $1,001 to $3,000, and the yellow jasmine level, $1,000 or less as a sponsor. So we'll be getting that information soon up to the website, and hopefully we'll get a lot of wonderful sponsorships for our annual conference. And by the way, I did want to reiterate the annual conference will be taking place October 22nd through 24th, and that's in Greenville. And that is called Going Green in Greenville. So you can look at our website for more information about that, and stay tuned as to registration. I did want to also mention that we had some discussion about the Health Science Roundtable. The Roundtable has really not been active for a couple of years and has not had a chair for quite some time, and so there's discussion about doing away with the roundtable. According to the bylaws, if a roundtable goes below 25 members and has not been active and is not really doing anything and doesn't have any leadership, then the executive board can decide to do away with the roundtable. So what we're going to do is look into it a little bit more, see if there are any members, see if those members would be interested in moving to the special library section or some other area. And then at the next meeting, which is going to be August 13th, the executive board will decide whether or not to do away with that roundtable. There are a lot of other associations that do incorporate health sciences, and so I personally kind of feel that there's a little bit of overduplication there, and that's why there's not that much going on with health sciences in SCLA. Also, it was mentioned that we had a wonderful time at the National Library Legislative Day, and I think it was very well attended. We had 11 South Carolina representatives from all types of libraries, and we were able to meet with Lindsey Graham. He attended, and if you go to our website and you click on the legislative page, you can see photos from that meeting. So that was very successful, and we were able to get the message across about the importance of LSTA and reading and just lots of wonderful topics that all of the legislators need to be aware of and continue funding. Also, I wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of our 800 in 2008 campaign for membership. We currently have about 300 members in SCLA, and we really want to get those numbers up. And we have a little campaign called Plant a Seed for a Secure Future in South Carolina Libraries. And hopefully, if you haven't already seen one of these little information cards, you might be seeing one soon. We're going to hopefully be getting these out to libraries to put in their staff lounges and really encourage membership in SCLA, because we do have a lot of wonderful things going on, and, like sponsoring the ALA Emerging Leaders Program for South Carolina, and all of the upcoming workshops really do add a lot and is a great value for you to be a member of SCLA. So go to scla.org. You can join online. You can use your PayPal account, your credit card. You can still pay the old way. We're not going to turn away any of your money. So anyway, I hope that you will join SCLA, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My email address is crogers@statelibrary.sc.gov, and we hope to see you at some of these workshops. And if you're interested in working with SCLA on the executive board or in any of the sections, I encourage you to look at those pages on the website and get involved. Thanks.